which I went through that rather quickly. But again, we have that story already.
Now I have a couple notes. Well, because again, we've read this one already.
Well, at least the next story collection has all new stories.
That'll be helpful. Can't have new thoughts if it's not a new story.
I mean, you can.
No, I can't.
Because we did that one months and months ago.
I mean, I have some.
I think that was in the second book we read, so that was like January or February.
Yeah.
So it's like 8 months along.
I have some new thoughts, just not a lot.
Okay.
Birdie, I have a lot of issues with how Wodehouse starts the short stories.
Okay.
Because I disagree. So for example,
starting the story?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he usually is like setting the scene. He's usually like setting the scene and Birdie's doing something and then someone arrives, right? So in this one, you're so confused.
I'm just waiting to see where we end up.
So in this one, Birdie said, it was one of those toppy mornings and I had just climbed out from under the cold shower feeling like $1 million. And my question was, has Wodehouse ever taken a cold shower? You do not feel like $1 million.
I believe that Wodehouse was quite the proponent of cold showers.
They suck.
I'm not saying they don't suck, but
as someone who has to take half of a cold shower twice a week to wash my hair, like, no. And so I disagree with how he starts his short stories because they don't make sense.
Okay, but
that's my opinion.
Enjoy different things. I mean,
that's my opinion.
I mean, I'm not like reading a story and it's like they start the story with somebody enjoying seafood. I hate seafood. This is stupid.
Well, clearly I kept reading the book. I'm just saying, I think he's wrong. That's allowed. We're having a discussion. I'm bringing up something to discuss. You wanted new thoughts for a story we've already read. This is one of them.
Well, once again, we see that I am wrong.
And honestly, I think that's one of the changes that he made. I feel like that was not in the first time you read it.
I get it. I have to be quite honest. I know there were changes. I didn't track the changes between the two.
Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe the chapter, oh, bye. Dad just left. Apparently he's done with my bullshit. Oh, okay.
Oh, you just thought I just...
I was like, wow, you're really
like,
done with me.
This. I'm leaving.
I will concede that maybe I didn't notice it when we first read it because I wasn't taking cold showers at that point.
No, he says cold shower.
Oh, well, he's still wrong.
Okay.
And then later, what's her face?
Lady Malvern?
Yeah, Lady Malvern, thank you. She is explaining like her research or whatever. And she said that she'll not be able to spend more than a month in the US. But that a month should be ample time because her dear friend wrote his America from Within book after, say, of only 2 weeks. And like, that is not enough time. It's not enough.
I mean, okay, I agree, but
look, these are the thoughts that I had. Stop judging me.
I mean, it's like we're discussing Wodehouse, a famous comic writer, and you're like going, well, actually, the 1924.
You can still be funny and still be accurate. Like, these are just details to round out the story. They don't actually impact the plot.
That type of boot wasn't made in that year.
So why
years later
can't you be realistic? 2 weeks is not enough time. A cold shower does not feel good. Like those are true.
Okay. I agree. 2 weeks is not enough time. But do I think that writers have done 2 weeks of research and written a book? Hell yes, I believe that.
Sure. That's fine.
So you agree that it happens?
Not if you're going around and like your personal experience is your research. No, that's not enough time. If you're spending 2 weeks reading 50 different books about America, like, okay.
Yeah, because no writers have ever just thrown shit together.
I'm not saying that people don't do it. I'm just saying
that's exactly what you're saying, is that people don't do it.
I'm saying it's not enough.
Well, I agree it's not enough. I'm saying
they shouldn't do it.
Okay, I agree that they shouldn't do it, but that's not what you came at me with.
All I said was it wasn't enough time. That is accurate.
Where's my glove? I challenge you to a duel.
And my final note for the story.
Yes.
Oh, after Maudie's, first night, and Bertie goes to check on him. The conversation that they have that second morning.
Uh-huh.
What ho? I said. What ho? Said Maudie. What ho? What ho? What ho? What ho? What ho? And after that, it seemed rather difficult to go on with the conversation. You're right. It would be really difficult to go on the conversation if you're not just continually saying, what ho? And after a while, those words lose meaning, if they have meaning. So my note for that was just a crying, laughing face. That's it.
All right. Wow.
What?
You can tell that Robyn has started going to college classes again.
That me going to back to school. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not well actually. I'm just disagreeing. If I was well actually, I would dig up Wodehouse's grave and say, like, these are all the things you did wrong.
Jesus Christ.
I can't do that, so that's not what I'm doing. Just disagree.
I am never bringing you into England now.
You have to bring me to England. I want to see Tolkien's grave.
What a turn that took.
Well, I'm just... But you understand what I mean.
Robyn, you're well actualing this. If I was at well actualing this, I would desecrate a gravesite. So the next story.
I feel like my birdie is showing.
You what?
My birdie.
Actually, I think Birdie is less criminally minded.
I'm sorry. Me wanting to dig up a grave to yell at someone is worse than someone stealing and kidnapping?
I just want to take in that you actually said that sentence.
I'm not.
Also,
if anything,
the kidnapping was perfectly fine with the boy's family.
We didn't know that when it first happened. I'm just saying I think those things are on par, not worse than.
We're going to get into like a huge philosophical debate, so I'm just going to move on to the next story. I know we go on tangents.
Look, you were being salty that I didn't have enough for this story, so I gave you some.
Yeah, but I just want a little salt. I didn't want you like just taking me to a Morton Salt, production factory and throwing me in a vat.
I said you were salty, not me. Go to the next story.
Jeeves and the hard-boiled egg.